Hi guys, it's your girl Elizabeth back with another thought. If it's your first time here, thanks so much for stopping by. If it is your second, third, however manyth time returning here, thanks again, and I hope that today's thoughts resonate with you as well. Alrighty, without wasting any time, today's topic is something that bothers me. Yeah. I want to talk the scams we all just accept, right? Because we don't have a choice. But I feel like there should really be a law against them. I feel like I don't know, something needs to be done because it's really unfair and it's really just being exploited because you don't have a choice. So number one is the airline's bag policy where they say to you you can take like two bags of 223 kilogram bags for free, and thereafter you've got to pay, right? And number two is refund policies all over across the board. The fact that you pay them within seconds, like when you do your EFT, you pay online or whatever, or even in store, you're gonna pay right away. Your money is gonna go before you even blink an eye. But when they are refunding you because of whatever reason, they will take as long as possible. Some of them will say to you, it's gonna take 6 to 8 weeks, it's gonna take up to 28 days, up to 30 days, up to 2 weeks, up to whatever. And the logic of that does not sit well with me. Fine. Those are the two things I want us to talk about today. So I will start with the bag policy, like I said. So fine, they say that you can take two 23 kilogram bags, and then when you get there and they weigh your bags, if for example, I just have one bag, right? So basically, I am able to take 223 kilos, which means 46 kilograms. But if I go with just one bag, and that bag weighs 25 kilograms, right? So I want to travel, like I'm just using one bag, and that bag is 25 kilograms. What they're going to do, they're not going to say, okay, since you anyway we're supposed to take 46 kilograms, it's okay, or rather we're allowed to, right? They're not going to say that. Neither are they going to say, since your one bag is over 23 kilograms, we'll make you pay for the extra 2 kilograms. They're not going to do that. Here's what they're going to do. They're going to say, your bag is overweight and therefore you must pay for your luggage. And then you have to pay the entire 25 kilograms when really your ticket had allowed you to take 23 in for free, and the two are the extra ones, so they should really be charging you per extra kilo. And when I think about the logic of it, the more I do, the more I really feel like we're being ripped off. So I feel like, yeah, that's one solution, saying like the 2 kilograms extra. But I feel like if I was being allowed 46 kilograms, I don't see how I am adding extra work or extra admin to the airline. How am I doing that? Because I'm still within what they had allowed me. Do you know what I'm saying? And why am I being forced to split my luggage into two bags when they can fit into one? Make it make sense. And also, why am I paying? So what am I getting as part of my ticket package then? If you say to me, oh, now you're gonna go pay for the whole 26 kilogram bag, even though you could have taken 23 plus 23 for free. Do you see that the logic doesn't make sense? So I personally feel like that's something that needs to be looked into because it does not make sense. And also they should say you're allowed two 23 kilogram bags or one 30 kilogram bag, for example, right? So where, yes, as much they could say you can't take like one bag that's 46 kilograms, right? But I feel like there needs to be some sort of concession in the middle, something you can work with, like either two 23 kilogram bags or one 30 kilogram bag, cool, 30, 35 kilograms, something like that. I feel like that would really be reasonable, because sometimes you're just over by like 2 kilograms, 3 kilograms. Honey, they're gonna make you pay for a full bag, and your benefit of a 23 kilogram bag times two is practically gone, literally gone, not practically, not anything, factually gone. And you're there paying 700 rand for carrying 3 kilograms extra on your one bag when you would have been allowed two. Make it make sense. So that exploitation for me is just like, no, because you need to be explaining to me the logic of paying extra for a service that anyway was going to be provided for me, right? So no, honestly, that policy makes me very livid. I'm not going to lie to y'all, because make it fair. Because if your logic and explanation is that if you have extra luggage, you're creating extra work, you're creating extra stress for the airline, because now, obviously, when they say they are 40 seats, then they're going to say times 40 boxes of luggage. Fun fact, I know this because my dad. So in the plane, our bags don't just go like sit on top of each other or whatever. There are boxes the size of each bag. They are made, and they're like made of steel, and they pack them in whatever the storage space is, right? And then each bag basically occupies one bucket, like a bucket, a box, or whatever. So each bag will go in there, in there, in there. And so for me, it's like my bag is still going in a box. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I would understand if it was a thing of, for example, I've got 2 bags and then I've got a third bag. Yeah, of course, now we need an extra storage box or whatever for you in the plane. But none of this is, the logic is not logicking to me, because where is the extra effort? Where's the what? Where's the what? You guys were anyway going to pack 2 bags of 46 kilograms for me in the storage. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling about this one point, but I think you guys get what I'm trying to say. Like, I feel like there's exploitation. Either make me pay just for the extra that I've carried, which I really understand, because that's the extra weight that you were not planning for when you gave me the ticket with provision for 23 kilograms. Or have a provision to say 223 kilograms, or if you want to feature stuff into one thing, then 130 kilogram. Because I'll also say, for example, if I compare South African Airways to Airlink, right? South African Airways offers you 223 kilogram bags. Airlink offers you 130 kilogram bag, which shows me that the box is not like so strict, like so small that 23 must fit here, and at the moment it's 24, we must go to bigger boxes. No, I mean, no one within their right mind would ever make something that like specific. I feel like when you're dealing with things like that, like luggage, you probably have a bit of wiggle room, you've got a bit of extra space. So those people are ripping us off. Point number 2, refund policies across the board. Guys, if the banks and the banking system and all of that can make a system that allows for somebody to get money like this in an instant, why does the refund process need 1,000,000 years to happen? And I know that you're gonna say maybe like, with refund, you've got to make sure that the refund is valid. You got to make sure that this refund is appropriate. Is this person really deserving of a refund? Are they not? You got to do all the authorization checks. When you guys are taking my money, like you are taking it, I like to believe there was also authentications and approvals and whatever that were done in so-called a minute. Somehow we could approve things within a minute. Somehow I had to check if my things were appropriate for me to be sending your money in a minute. No, I'm sorry, in a second. So what are you saying? Okay, cool. Fine. Let's just say I understand y'all. I really, really do. But why do you need 28 days to think? Guys, that's literally a whole payday cycle. And for example, if I paid for this thing today and then now I like you saying it, okay, I'm gonna give a practical example. Let's just say I wanted to buy a stove. And then I realize I can't buy the stove for whatever reason, or like you guys are the ones who, I don't know, you couldn't deliver my stove, or you delivered the wrong stove, and I was just like, I'm done with your, I don't trust your brand, I don't trust your, I don't know, something. Right? And then you say, it's okay, we're gonna refund you your money. Like, let's just say you couldn't give me my money anymore. I mean, you couldn't give me my thing that I ordered anymore. The thing is, if I had paid you guys 100 rand for this stove, I'm not, where else am I gonna get the 100 rand to buy another stove if you guys don't give it to me within a reasonable amount of time? I really feel like those people who say 3 to 7 days, that's really reasonable, that's really fair. It's like, okay, fine, maybe, you know, they need to go through head office, they need to go through whatever for the thing to be approved and whatnot. But like, and guys, let's be honest, we're not in the business of doing refunds, which means nobody is sitting in their offices getting a million refunds a day, refund requests a day. They are, yes, there might be a lot depending on how big the organization is, but they still won't equate the level of sales. Maybe for every 100 sales, about 20 to 30% require a refund. And honestly, so you can't tell me you're short-staffed on people who can approve or who need to approve refunds or whatever. I think the issue is what they do is they want to cut down in their labor on like refunds or whatever, and they want to do them in batches. So they want to batch everyone like on a 28-day cycle or whatever, everyone who needs refunds, and it's really unfair. It's unfair because so now I can't buy my stove until next payday. And the thing is, right, until 28 days are passed. And by then, I don't need the money as urgently, you know what I mean? Because I've just gotten paid. So obviously, I can take that money to buy another stove, for example. But had you refunded me in time and according to like, you know, a reasonable time frame, I could have gotten my stove before the next payday. And I mean, I'm just using this because I couldn't think of anything else, but there are serious things that sometimes like you literally you need the money right now, but the refund policy is not allowing because like maybe it's a big purchase. I mean, have you ever bought something that was literally like half your salary and then, or like paid for something or like a process or something, and it was like you were budgeting, you were like, when month end comes, then I'll process this thing. And then month end comes and you process it, and then I don't know, somehow something goes wrong and they say they're gonna refund in 28 days. So now you can't start the process again, eh? You can't, because you don't have that amount of money in your bank account, do you understand? The only next time you're gonna have that much is month end. And when month end comes, that's when these people are gonna give you more. It's like make it make sense. So for me, I think refund policies are the massivest scam in the world. And somebody, again, needs to step in because we're being exploited. It's like when you take my money, ne, it's like now, today, right now, this second, it must happen. But when I want my money back, I'm not important. I don't have uses for my money. I don't have bills to pay. I don't have urgent things. I don't have none of that. Nah, I must wait for you. I'm at your mercy. And what do? I don't have a choice. You know? Someone needs to look into it. Anyway, guys, alrighty. Thanks so much for stopping by today. That was my rant. You know, I feel like that's all I do on this channel. I should just call it my rant channel. I feel like I come on here and rant about things. It seems like, yeah. But maybe this channel is my therapy space. Maybe and does. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know, do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you think I need to polar and calm down? Because wow, every day, dear renter, every day. That sounds like I'm renting like a flat or something. Anyway, thank you. And let me know what you think as well about these things. Until next time, until the next thoughts come through over here. Have a good one and bye.